everybody. Welcome back to Yoga with Helen for the Down Syndrome Association. I hope everybody's feeling really well this week and looking forward to practicing our yoga. So remember our safety, guys. So make sure you've cleared some space. There's nothing to bump into. Make sure you're wearing your comfortable clothes, bare feet, so we don't slip. And remember, you might have your blanket or your cushions and possibly a chair and some water. So remember, guys, I'd mentioned last week to find our comfortable seated position. It doesn't have to be cross-legged, it could be legs out. You could sit against the wall and you could sit on a pillow. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. Okay, I'm going to sit on the pillow. So let's start with our yoga poem, like we did last week. I am calm. I am peace. I am light. I am love. So let's look at I am peace. And let's take that with us while we do our moves and think of how much peace we can bring into our moves. Maybe we do them really softly or really calmly, whatever it means for you. Okay, so as always, let's start with our breathing. You can put one hand on the chest and let's take our breath in and out. As you breathe in, feel the chest rise, and as you breathe out, feel the chest soften and sink down a little bit. If you want, you can close your eyes. And remember, when we breathe in, imagine we grow that little bit taller, the spine gets a little bit straighter, and as we breathe out, we feel really like we're pressed into the mat. It's a nice solid ground underneath. So breathe in a little bit taller. Breathe out. Feel our solid ground. And think about our poem, I am peace. Good. If your eyes are closed, you can blink them open. And let's do some of our stretches. Okay. Breathe the arms up and down. And again, up and down. Good. Let's take our fingers out, stretch the arms, draw circles with our fingers. And the other way. Press our palms towards me, fingertips towards the ceiling, and then fingertips down. And up and down. Good. Let's flash the hands. We open and close. Good. Let's bring the fingers to the shoulders and open them long. Good. Let's take a shoulder roll back and forward. Good. And a little shake. Let's take our nice side stretch. So bring one hand over. So I'm bringing my right hand, the orange hand, over the top. And down. And the other hand, my left hand or my pink hand, and over and down. Good. Last week we did our walking forward. So just come as far forward as feels comfortable for you. It might be here, it might be here, it might be all the way down. Work with your body. Good, then walk ourselves back up. Place the hands behind us, We can be on the fingertips, push into the floor with our hands and lift the chest to the ceiling. If you're sitting on a chair, you can press into the side of the chair and lift the chest to the ceiling. Good. We're going to try another stretch today. Okay. So take your right hand, the orange hand. Okay, so just mirror my hand. We're going to lift it out. We're going to take it across the body and we're going to set it on the opposite knee. So that is my left knee. Okay. So now I'm slightly twisted. I'm going to then push into this knee with this hand and see if I can twist myself a little bit further, and I'm now looking back the way. And then untwist and relax. Good. So take the other hand, that's my left hand, the pink hand. So follow, mirror me. Take it across the body to the other side. Now place it on that knee. So that's the opposite knee from hand. Now push this hand into the knee and begin to twist the body to look towards the back. So again, just go to where it feels comfortable. It doesn't have to be a big twist. Listen to your body. If anything feels sore, stop. Don't twist too far. We're just taking little twists at a time. And relax. Okay, give yourself a shake out. I think we're ready to go into some of our asanas, our postures. So let's start with our table pose. Okay. So we know now the hands are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. Our nice flat table that we can eat our dinner. Okay, breathe here for yourself and really press the tops of the feet into the floor. Okay, I think from there we could move straight away into our cat pose. So take a breath in, and on the out breath, when you breathe out, arch the back up, and then breathe in and bring the back the other way, and then breathe out, arch up. And again, go as fast or as slow as you need to. If you need to go slower than me, go slower. If you need to go faster, go faster. Okay. I think a couple of weeks ago we did our side looks as well. So let the spine be easy. Okay. Now take the head and look one way towards your feet. And then back to the middle, and then look the other way towards the other toes. Good, and back to the middle. Now, sit back a little bit, rest your hands. We're going to see if we can now connect all of that up. So we've gone up and down with the spine, with the back. We've gone side to side. Now we're going to see if we can circle it all around. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to start up and then I'm going to circle my spine. So it's going to the side, then it drops down, then it pushes to the other side, then it comes all the way back up. Then I go the other way, so it's starting up, it moves, I push it out to the side, and then it drops down, and then I push it out to the other side and back up. Okay, so I'm trying to create a circle movement with my back. Let's try it together. So come back to our table. Okay, don't worry about the breath, just breathe normally. Arch up Okay, now move the spine to the side, a side stretch, let it drop down, and we can be easy in the elbows, soft in the elbows, out to the side, and then all the way back up. And then the other way, so out to the side, nice and easy in the elbows, drop the spine down, and then out to the side, and all the way back up. Good. It's a lovely stretch for the spine and a really good pose to do every day. This work for our spine. Good. Let's go to our child's pose. So remember, we have two versions of the legs. So we can fold over the legs together, or we can keep the toes together and the legs are wider. And remember, this is the pose that you can add lots of pillows to. Okay, so you can have as many as you want, and we can sit back on those. Okay, so last week we had our arms stretched out. This week, let's take our arms stretched towards the back. Okay, so find your pose. So this would be a nice pose to think about our yoga poem again, I am peace. So use this as a little peaceful moment. Good. Okay, let's move to our cobra. So from our table, let's slowly lower ourselves towards the floor. Okay, so our forearms are on the mat. Let's press into the hands, the fingers are spread wide, and lift our chest up. Nice breaths. Good, and roll ourselves down. Let's take our belly breath, forehead onto the hands. Lovely. Okay. Let's check in with our downward dog again. So let me just show you and then we'll do it together. Okay, so come back to our table. Hands are spread wide and we press into the mat. We tuck the toes and imagine that the hips, we lift them to the ceiling. And if they only lift to here, that is brilliant. And maybe tomorrow they'll lift a little bit higher and a little bit higher. Don't worry. This is all about practice. Yoga is practice. Okay, so press into the hands, press into your toes, lift the feet up. Remember, we talked about our nice straight back, so we can bend the knees as much as we need. And then come out. Okay, give your wrists a little roll round. Let's try that one more time. So, starting table. Fingers are spread wide on the mat, press into the hands, tuck the toes, press into the toes, and lift the hips. Keep the knees bent and see if we can take our back into a nice straight line. Good, and relax. Brilliant. Now, this week we're going to learn another pose on the mat. So let's start with our table, and this time we're going to take the knees back further. So this is version number 1. Okay, so we've got our hands under our shoulders. Okay, so we can just get used to having this shape. So taking a little bit of weight in our arms. Okay. That's version number 1. This pose is called plank. So that could be our first plank. Our second version, we take the foot back and the other foot and we hold ourselves up. Okay, this is a really strong pose, so gently bring the knees back down and sit back. So have a play with what feels right for you. Let's try it again. So we could start in table and we could just take the knees back a little bit and get used to having weight on our arms. And if that feels enough, just do that. Or you might tuck the toes and lift the hips and bring the knees back down and bring them back. Good. That pose is just about getting used to having weight on the hands. It is a strengthening pose. So it might take some practice to feel like we can hold ourselves there. Good. Okay, let's make our way up to standing. So you might have your chair to help you get there. So we're going to come back, tuck our toes, bend our knees, really bend into the knees, let the head be nice and heavy and roll up. So let's look at some of our standing postures. Let's start with our mountain pose as we always do. Feet are below the hips, not too wide, not too close, just right under our hips. Our spine is pulled up nice and tall. Imagine the golden thread that takes us right up to the sky. Let's roll the shoulders back, open the hands, press the palms towards me. Good. And remember, as we breathe in, imagine we get a little bit taller, and as we breathe out, press the feet into the mat. Remember to keep breathing. And relax. Good. Let's move into some of our standing stretches. So breathe the arms up and join the hands, breathe them down. Let's do that again. Breathe up and breathe down. This week, let's take one arm down. So my left arm, the pink arm, my right arm, the orange arm, comes over. And relax both hands down. Switch arms. So now my left arm, the pink hand, comes over and all the way down. Good. Let's roll our shoulders back. So bend into the knees a little. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Keep bent in the knees. This week we're going to add our twist while we stand. So bend into the knees, take our hands to the side, a bit like mountain, but now we're going to move one way and then back to center, twist the other way. Back to center, twist, back to the middle and twist, and back to the middle. Good. Okay, let's move on to our chair pose. Okay, so either use your real chair or have the invisible chair. So again, feet are under the hips. We imagine, take our breath in, and we imagine we sit on the chair. Bring the arms to wherever feels right for you. So you could play around. Try them here, try them here, try them here. Good, and relax out. Remember, this is a great one for building strength in our legs, but always remember to breathe. Don't hold the breath. Let's do it again. Breath in, breathe out. Find where you want your arms and relax. Good. Let's move on to our warrior two, another really strong pose. Okay. So remember, our feet go wider. I'm going to take the pink side of my body, my left side. I'm going to turn the toe. My mat is very squeaky. So the toe points to my bookcase. I'm going to turn the other toe in a little bit, just a small amount. Raise the arms up, they're nice and strong. And then I'm going to bend into that knee. Remember last week we checked in with making sure our knee was over our ankle. Okay. Now we're going to add a little bit more to this today. So keep that pose nice and strong. But as we breathe in, we're going to lift our arms up towards our ears. So breathe in, our arms lift up. Breathe out, let them go. Feel a nice long neck as you breathe out. Let's do that one more time. So lift them up, shoulders and arms raise up, and then breathe and they come down. Good. And relax. All the way in. Step the feet in, give yourself a shake, and let's go to the other side. So again, feet come out wide. The other foot, so this time it's my orange side, that toe points all the way. For me, it's the door. The other foot, my pink side, tucks in a little bit. I look back towards you guys, lift my arms up, nice and strong. These are my warrior arms. And then I look all the way down this hand and bend into that knee. I'm going to check in with that knee, make sure it's not too far over, and I'm going to just make any changes I need to make. Bring my arm back up. And let's add in the lift up and down of the arms and shoulders. So breathe in, lift the arms up. Shoulders come up, breathe down, let them drop. Breathe up and down, let them drop. Good. Now relax the arms, bring the toes back round, bend into the knees and walk ourselves back in. Good. Give yourself a little shake out. Well done. So guys, today we're going to look at a new posture. I'm going to grab my chair in case the chair is helpful. Okay. I'll show it with the chair and without. This is called our wide leg forward fold. So wide leg, so our legs are going to be as wide as is comfortable for you. Okay, now we want to either have the toes pointed towards me or even turned in a little bit, just not turned right out because we could slide. So point them towards me or even in a little bit more. Okay, so we'll place our hands on the hips. Think of that nice golden thread all the way up to the sky. And we're going to think of keeping our back nice and long. And from here, we're going to fold forward or hinge forward from the hips. So like this. So think about taking the head forward towards me. Okay. This is where your chair might come in helpful. So if I was doing this with a chair, I can lean forward and place my hands on the chair. Okay, from here, you might play around, knowing the chair is here for support. You then might play around with using the hands on the hips. Okay, or we could come back to here with the chair and come back up. Let me show you that from the side. So stay where you are, keep facing me. I'm going to move. So I bring my legs out really wide. I have my toes slightly angled in, hands on the hips, and then I fold forward. I keep that long, long, long golden thread and fold forward. Again, I could use the chair. Okay, and you could just come to there. If you felt very stretchy today, you could even place a hand onto the floor. Okay, but that's not essential. And then begin to move ourselves back up and come out. And as always, let's come out slowly. So bend the knees a little bit and begin to walk the feet in. Good job. That was our wide leg forward fold. Okay, guys, let's move on to our tree, our fun pose for testing our balance. So we have the chair here, so let's use it. So think of our tall tree. Our feet are the tree roots. Our arms are the branches that help us balance. So if you're using the chair, take the chair. Anchor down, press down through one leg, turn the other leg out. Press into the toes. Knee goes to the side. Find your balancing arms. You might take it off the chair. Good. Or you might be using the wall, so you know what works best for you. Okay, you might be trying the foot on the side of the leg. Again, you can take your hand slowly off the chair. It's always there if you need it. And again, you can do it at the wall. Okay, now we've done this for a few weeks, so give yourselves a little rest, a little shake. If that feels wobbly, just keep practicing that. If that felt like, oh, it's really good today, I'm a really balanced tree, you might like to even try the leg a little higher. I would recommend holding the chair or using the wall for this one. So remember I said not to put the foot on the ankle or the knee because those are our joints and we don't want to put pressure on the joints. So we've put the foot there. Another place we could do is a little higher, above the knee. Oh, I need to move this chair a little further away. So we can pick the foot up and place it in here. And again, hold onto the chair and only let go when it feels right. Woo, and then it's always there if you need it. Good one for practicing against the wall. So again, you might need to bend over a little bit to help lift the leg. And then it comes against the wall. And don't worry if there's lots of wobbles, just make sure there's always something to grab onto and nothing that you'll bump into. Okay, so let's try the other side. So check in with our first version. Every day your balance will be different. So some days this might feel really wobbly and other days it will feel really strong. And that's okay, every day is different. So then you might check in with a little higher. And again, some days this will feel really strong and other days this will feel really wobbly. So don't feel annoyed if one day it feels like, oh, I just can't balance today, I'm too wobbly, because that's really normal. That's really normal. Find your branches. Okay. And we could, oh, I'm too close to that chair. Bring it that little higher. Good. And I could do that right against the wall. Great, guys. Have some fun. Well done. So let's take ourselves back to the mat. Remember, you may be using your chair to help you get there. So your version. We're bending, sinking, putting our hands towards the chair if you're using the chair, or towards the mat. Knees down, and then find yourself in whatever position is comfortable for you. Well done on our standing postures this week. So let's check back in with our poem, I am peace. So how can you be nice and peaceful, nice and calm when you practice yoga? Okay, let's do our stick pose. We looked at this last week. Remember last week we said we could do it against a wall to help keep your back up nice and straight. So if you need to go to the wall, find the wall. I will turn around this way so you can see me. Okay, so remember we really sit firmly on those sit bones. We think of the long golden thread that takes us to the sky. So our back is nice and long. And remember with this pose, we said keeping our back nice and long is more important than thinking about having our straight legs. Sometimes when our legs are straight, our back begins to round. So the best way to help that is lift the knees up and help straighten the back. Okay, press the hands to help lengthen through the spine. Now last week we did our reach up, so reach one arm up and the other arm up. Okay, and relax. So you know your body best. If it feels okay to take one leg down and the other, that's fine. Or maybe it just still has a little bend. This is a nice one as well to put your pillows underneath the knees. Okay. The most important thing when you practice yoga or any exercise is that you feel comfortable. Nothing should feel sore. Okay. So let's take one arm up, the other arm up. Now, from here, take our arms forward. So now they're stretched towards the toes. And let's see if we can move our body a little bit forward, just a little bit, and then back. And again, forward and back. Forward and back. And relax. Maybe bring the knees in, tuck them in. Let's give ourselves a hug. And relax. Good job. Well done. From there, let's bring ourselves so we lie on the mat and we'll do our bridge pose. So we know this one. Knees towards the ceiling, soles of the feet pressed into the mat. The palms and the forearms are on the mat. Fingers reach towards the feet. Press the shoulders, roll the shoulders back, press them into the mat. So we press the shoulders, the arms, the feet, and we lift up our hips. So lift them up a little way, and then let yourself roll back through the spine. Good. Then lift a little higher, and then roll back. And a little higher. Hold it. Remember to breathe. And then roll back down. Good. Now, tuck the knees in. Bring the head up if that feels okay. And remember, the knees don't have to be together, they can be wider. And then place it all back down. Good. Good, guys. I think we're ready for our relaxation. So find yourself wherever is comfortable. Remember, it doesn't have to be on your back. You might be on your side. So a few weeks ago for our relaxation, we looked at when I say tense everything up, we clenched our fists, we curled our toes, we curled in the face, and then when I said breathe out, let it go, then we just let everything open up. We let the face relax, the toes and fingers relax. We're going to do that again. Okay, but before we do that, let's do our sign breath. So I want to hear the out breath. So breathe in. Breathe out, let me hear it. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out, let me hear it. 1 more. Breathe in. Breathe out really loud. Good. Now remember, what is your soft surface? Is it a big pillow? Is it a cloud? Imagine you lie on it again. Okay, so breathe everything in, tense the body, curl the hands in, squeeze the toes, squeeze the face. Hold, 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 and breathe out, relax it all. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in, tense the body, clench the fists, clench the toes, clench the face. Hold and breathe out. Last time, breathe everything in. Clench it all, squeeze, and relax. Let it all go. Good. And just feel that the whole body has relaxed. You're back on your nice soft surface. Remember our poem, I am peace. So how peaceful can you make yourself at this moment? And just continue to breathe and think about sinking into your soft surface every time you breathe out. Okay, good guys. Let's use the breath to wake ourselves back up. So breathe in. Let me hear it as you breathe out. Give the fingers a wriggle, give the toes a wriggle. Good. Place the feet onto the mat so the knees are pointing up to the ceiling. Good. Take the knees towards the chest, hug in. Maybe give yourself a little rock side to side. Good. And from here, just roll onto your side. Take a moment. Press into the floor. Come back up to sitting. If your eyes have been closed, you can blink them open. Find a way to sit that is comfortable for you. Doesn't have to be cross-legged. Could be against the wall. Oh, let's do our yawn. So bring everything in and stretch everything out. In and maybe we curl and twist and stretch the body in different directions. Give yourself a shake. Remember last week we did our lion's breath, the one where we stick our tongue out and let's do that again. It's a nice one for really just waking us up after we've had our relaxation. So press into the hands, push the hands against the knees, open the eyes really wide, open the mouth, stick the tongue out Good. I can really feel that stretch down my neck, so I hope you can too. Well done. Okay, let's finish with our positive thought. So let's breathe the arms up and down and up and down. Hands to the heart. Okay, this week let's take a kind thought or a positive thought about someone else. Someone important to you, or someone special to you, or maybe it's just someone who's been really kind to you today. So think of that person, think of that nice thing that you know about them, and breathe it into your heart. And hold it there. Good. You can keep that thought with you the rest of the evening or the rest of the week. And also remember the bit from our yoga poem, I am peace. Beautiful, guys. I will see you all back here next week for some more yoga. Bye.